There are backyards and there are sanctuaries. And if the idea of creating a sanctuary appeals to you, you should take some lessons from the man who lives and gardens right here. This cozy backyard is home to a self-described plant geek, none other than Chuck, Tagawa Garden's assistant manager. So tell me what this yard looked like when you first moved in 11 years ago.
I knew it had potential. It was pretty much just a typically suburban backyard, 4 foot of lava rock around the fence, and just turf up to that point.
Chuck says he knew he wanted more privacy, something a lot of other homeowners are wanting now too.
What we're seeing is bigger homes, smaller lots, and people are really close to each other nowadays.
Chuck says by planting smaller types of plants, he can include a larger variety of trees, vines, and shrubs and create a very natural look.
I plant them really close together because in nature, in the woods, plants touch, and I wanted to create privacy.
Chuck says in one corner, he couldn't start with plants.
And so I've built more of a wall versus a fence, and then incorporated a trellis system with vines growing up on them.
As soon as he had the room, he put this columnar buckthorn to work. It grows to just 10 feet tall and only 4 feet wide. And when the leaves drop in the fall, the dense branching looks almost like a sculpture.
I will move a landscape light, a solar landscape spotlight in the winter to shine up on this. Great plant, especially if you've got those tight spaces and in a small lot.
When Chuck's on the job at Tagawa's, what other plants does he recommend for creating privacy? Well, he gave us a list, starting with an oh-so-fragrant sweet autumn clematis, which can grow up to 14 feet tall.
Not many vines bloom late in the season, so I've selected this one to give me some late summer, early fall color. And it's very dense, so it gives you that privacy.
Chuck's paired the clematis with a Canada red chokecherry.
I really wanted to plant for the color contrast this type of year, where you get that color with the white flowers on the clematis.
Chuck says the Canada red chokecherry is very fast growing, can mature to 18 feet tall and wide, and tolerates winter snow loads very well. Not to mention the intensely fragrant flowers in spring and berries for the birds in the fall. It sounds like Chuck would also like to find a spot for a burning bush.
Great for privacy. It's very dense as far as the branching goes, and brilliant fall color. Hence the word burning bush. It's just fiery red.
Chuck describes the compact form of burning bush as very tidy, growing to just 5 feet tall and wide. Another shrub on his privacy hit parade, Allegheny viburnum.
I love it. Dense. It's got this gray bark to it that's has some winter interest. Once again, 10 by 10, white flowers that bloom like a cone. It's conical, almost like an ice cream cone.
Viburnums also produce wonderful berries, much loved by the birds in winter. Tall hedge cotoneaster adds what Chuck says is a zen feeling to his backyard.
Beautiful white flowers summer, and then it berries up in the fall like this. It can be beautiful as a multi-stem, but it's very, very dense for privacy.
Chuck says if he didn't cut away the shorter foliage, this lower growth would create an excellent screen all by itself. And a bonus, tall hedge cotoneaster is hardy up to 8,500 feet. For privacy on a home's upper story, Chuck recommends trumpet vine.
It's a very aggressive plant in a good way. You can plant that on near a post for a second-story deck.
Trumpet vine flowers can be red, orange, or yellow. Just remember, the flowers will appear on the north side of the plant. Box elder flamingo is another eye-catching plant for screening higher up. It tops out at 30 feet tall and 25 feet wide.
It's got that bicolored leaf to it. It gets very, very dense. So it's going to be a great tree for a second story.
And Chuck says don't overlook the many forms of upright junipers for creating tall screening.
Just a great foundational plant that tolerates drought is very good for Colorado landscapes.
Bottom line, if you want to create a sanctuary of your very own, figure out just what it is you want to look at, what you want to see while you are enjoying your sanctuary.